Assalamu alaikum and good morning, everyone.
Assalamu alaikum, ma'am.
Walaikum assalam. Hope everyone is fine.
Yes, ma'am.
না ম্যাম আমার জ্বর
কবে থেকে?
কাল সকাল থেকে ম্যাম।
কি হয়েছে জ্বরের সাথে? জ্বর কত?
কালকে রাত পর্যন্ত 103 ছিল, এখন একটু কম।
নাক দিয়ে পানি পড়ছে?
সরি ম্যাম।
নাক দিয়ে পানি, রানিং নোজ আছে? নাক দিয়ে পানি পড়ছে?
ম্যাম আপাতত একটু কম, আপাতত এখন 99 আরো।
বলছি নাক দিয়ে পানি পড়ছে, রানিং নোজ আছে?
না ম্যাম, না ম্যাম।
ওকে, সো আমি লাস্ট উইকে যেটা সাফার করলাম, আমারও হয়েছিল নাক দিয়ে পানি পড়ছিল, রানিং নোজ উইথ ফিভার অফ 103। সো ফিভার আসলে আমার আসেনি বেসিক্যালি, বাট রানিং নোজ ছিল। সো এটা একটা নতুন ভাইরাস অ্যাটাক করছে। সো ভয়ের কিছু নাই। আমি নিজে কোভিড টেস্ট 2বার করেছি, নেগেটিভ এসেছে। সো জাস্ট এটা একটা ভাইরাস, এরকম হলে ভয় পাবেন না, বাট টেস্ট করাতে পারলে করিয়ে নেবেন টু বি ইন সেফ সাইড। ওকে?
ইয়েস ম্যাম।
So I have shared my screen with you. You can see?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Numbers. That is your assessment 1. So see, there's a written term, turned in a minute late, turned in a few seconds late, turned in 2 minutes late. So a single minute will deduct a single number. So if you're done with this page, I'll just go to the next one. So everyone have a look of your number.
একটু পরে যাবেন।
Done?
Yes, ma'am.
So this one is the question. So the first question was the number of real root of the function x to the power 4 minus 2x minus 5. So how you divide the function?
এক পাশে x to the power 4 আর এক পাশে 2x plus 5।
In one side, we'll have x to the power 4 minus 2x minus 5. That is the function we have, which is equal to 0. I need to solve. So one side that should be x to the power 4, and another side that should be 2x plus 5. So you know the basic one, that is x to the power 4 is equal to this. Done. For 2x plus 5, so y is equal to 2x plus 5. So when x is 0, the value of y is 5. So then when y is minus 5, y is 5. So then 5 cancel out. So x is, why are you taking this? So simply y is 0. The value of x is minus 5 by 2. Then 0, 5 and minus 5 by 2. So 0, 5 is this point. 0, 5. Oh, okay. This is the point 0, 5. And minus 5 by 2, 0. So minus 5 by 2, 0. Somewhere should be here. So obviously it will cut the graph into two parts. One is this, another one is this. So there are two roots. So the answer is there are two roots. So next one of the real root of fx lies in the intervals. So how do you find out? How do you find out?
ম্যাম দুইটার গুণফল যদি মাইনাস হয়।
So I'll do what simply in that case I'm not going to have the graph. Say if the graph is same as this one, but if in this case I'll just apply the value that I'll check f of minus 3 and f of minus 2. What is the value? F of minus 1.3 and f of minus 1. F of minus 1.3 and f of minus 1.1. So what is the value? So obviously this one is less than 0. That's why this holds the root. That is the shortest way. Or if you have the graph, you can have from the graph you can easily say that the root should be, that is 2.5. So obviously less than 2.5 and greater than 0. So in between the interval of this. So next one is applying bisection method twice. You need to find the new interval on the root on the interval of 1.6 to 9. So same way, the shortcut will, I'll just draw it on number line. So 1.6 and 1.9. Then I'll find out the functional values. So I'll have the functional values. So obviously one should be positive, another should be negative. I don't know which one is what. Then I'll go for the midpoint. So midpoint is 1.75, something like this. 1.75, yeah, 1.75. Then I'll check it again. So say this one is negative, so the root is in the interval. So I'll apply the formula again, and the next point you get, that is 1.67, and obviously that one is positive. So this is the interval of the root. So no need to go for the table as we do for bisection method. So next one is simple, just what is the second method? So this is the second method, done. Then the next one is, which one is the dominant equation? So 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 is obviously less than 5. So this is the dominant equation of Z. Then condition to apply the iterative method is SLE must be diagonally dominant. Then we have the condition that where the root lies. So the root lies in the interval of f of a into f of b is less than 0. When we apply bisection method and f of a into f of c is greater than 0, the update should be equals to c. Then the solution of the SLE is what? So how you find out the solution? You write down the program on MATLAB. How you find out the solution?
Miss calculator equation solve.
Okay, that also another way. So the trick for MCQ, not for the written exam, the trick for MCQ is just apply these values in all these three equations. Which one satisfies? That is your solution. We know that the solution must satisfy all the equations of the system of linear equation. So you can just try the numbers individually and then have the result. So these are the tricks for MCQ, not for written exam. Written exam হলে আপনাকে এটা solve করার জন্য আমি 2 নাম্বার অবশ্যই দিতাম না, it minimum hold 5 to 6 marks. So that's why you can spend the time, or the time spending on this one is justified. So next one is, while Gaussian elimination method, the number of variable of the SLE decreases because at once we are decreasing one variable. What is the pivot element that should be eliminated? Then in Gauss-Seidel iterative method, most recent values are used, and for Jacobi, the previous set of values are used. Then function has how many roots? So how many roots are there? Infinite, because this is a cost function. This is a cost function. Whatever the function is, it should go like this. So infinite number of roots are there. So to do this one, there is no need to think a lot. So apply second method on this interval. You need to find the root. Just go ahead for the method, and that's it. So how's the question?
ম্যাম ভালো ছিল এবারের কোশ্চেনটা।
Question bhalo chilo. I got out many of you just submitted within 15 minutes. Within 15 minutes, you have submitted all your answer script or submitted the MCQ in Teams. But others who are taking that long time, may I know the reason why? এখানে আমি অঙ্ক দিয়েছি মাত্র দুইটা, একটা হচ্ছে সেকেন্ড মেথড দুইবার অ্যাপ্লাই করো রুট বের করো, আর একটা হচ্ছে বাইসেকশন মেথড দুইবার অ্যাপ্লাই করো, আর সবগুলো কিন্তু মোটামুটি ওয়ান লাইন জাস্ট এমসিকিউ ছিল। সো 10টা কোশ্চেন অ্যান্সার করতে 15 minutes is more than enough, 15 to maximum 20 minutes, বাট আপনাদের 25 মিনিটসেরও বেশি লেগেছে কেন? So there is a specific number of group that is 13 and 14. This is the highest one, but as there is a combination of so many marks, for this time, let it be. So okay, now we are approaching for the next one. So you can see the whiteboard.
Yes,
Yes,
miss.
ma'am.
So that is the end of nonlinear equation. So first of all, what you have learned? You have learned to solve a system of linear equation. Then you have learned to solve non-linear equation, not a system, non-linear equation. Now we are trying to solve non-linear system of equation, non-linear system of equation. So what will be the difference? What will be the difference? What is the difference between linear equation and non-linear system of equation?
ম্যাম এখানে হচ্ছে একটা ইকুয়েশন ছিল নন লিনিয়ার ইকুয়েশন শুধু, বাট এখানে একটা সিস্টেম অফ ইকুয়েশন থাকবে, মানে মোর দেন ওয়ান ইকুয়েশন ম্যাম।
More than one equation. So new topics is solution of non-linear system of equation. That means we have more than one non-linear equation in a system. More than one non-linear equation in a system. So I'm repeating it again. So for system of linear equation, we have the method Gaussian elimination method. Then we have iterative method. Iterative method are twice. One is Gauss-Seidel and another one is Jacobi. আমি একই জিনিস বারবার লিখছি so that it is clear in your head that what are the methods you're using to solve what. That is the question for Viva also. So nonlinear system of equations can be done in three ways. One is bisection, another one is secant, and another one is modified Newton-Raphson. So next system, that is we are solving nonlinear system of equation. For this one we are applying the method which is Newton-Raphson method again. Newton-Raphson method, that means the previous method which was solved for a nonlinear equation, now just it will be a little bit modified for the nonlinear system of equation. So Newton-Raphson, and we are also having iterative method. So these are the two methods we are going to use to solve a nonlinear system of equation. Again Newton-Raphson and iterative method. There was another method that was iterative method. So iterative method is everywhere. So the condition changes. For system of linear equation, the condition was diagonally dominant. For iterative method, the condition is if g prime x naught is in between -1 to 0, then convergent with what? Converge with what? With oscillation. আমরা করিনি?
Yes, ma'am.
If the value is in between 0 to 1, then converge directly. And in the value is outside that range, that means absolute value of g prime x naught is greater than 1, then it should be a divergent formula, so we're not going to use that one. So to apply Newton-Raphson method for nonlinear system of equation, we need a quick review of the matrix that we have done in Math 4. So I have 3x plus 5y minus 6z is equals to 20. X minus z is equals to 15. 3x plus 2y is equals to 10. So this is a system of linear equation. Is it?
Yes, ma'am.
So this system of linear equation can be written in a matrix form. Can you write it?
Yes, ma'am.
So what is it?
3 plus 5 minus 6.
First of all, x is equals to b.
Yes, ma'am.
A is the coefficient matrix of the
Coefficient
system.
matrix. Yes, ma'am.
So 3, 1, 3. Then
Yes, ma'am.
5
minus 1 2. Then
Minus
minus
6 0 0.
0 0.
minus 6 minus 1 0. That is z. That is y. Then the variable matrix. That is the coefficient matrix.
20 15 10.
Y and z. Then the constant matrix. The constant is 20, 15, 10. So this is the matrix format of the system of linear equation. Done? So here when you're going to have a nonlinear system of equation, first of all you need to convert it to the matrix form. Next, A is a matrix. It will have an inverse matrix when? What is the condition to have a single inverse matrix? আমার কি সব ম্যাট্রিক্সে ইনভার্স থাকে?
না ম্যাম।
No, miss. প্রথমটার কলাম, দ্বিতীয়টার সারি।
The condition to have an inverse matrix is what? A must be a
ম্যাম যার ডিটারমিনেশনের মান 0 হতে পারবে না।
A must be non-singular. So when it is a non-singular matrix, When it's a non-singular matrix? When?
ডিটারমিনেটরের মান যখন 0 হবে না।
Very good. So when determinant of A is not equal to 0, then we say that the matrix is a non-singular matrix, and for a non-singular matrix, inverse exists. Inverse exists. So to find out the inverse, what are the methods we have learned? To find out the inverse of the matrix, what are the methods we have learned? Row echelon form. Is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Another one is cofactor method. So row echelon form is a little bit lengthy one. That's why to have the inverse of the matrix, we are going to apply the cofactor method. So cofactor method ki mone ache?
আমি একটু দেখা দিলে রিভাইজ দিব।
Yes, miss.
Say A is a matrix A, B, C, D. Then I need to find the adjoint of A. Adjoint of A. What is adjoint of A? What is adjoint of A? The matrix with the elements.
ম্যাম যে ম্যাট্রিক্সটা আমরা কোএফিশিয়েন্ট মেথডের মাধ্যমে বের করব ওইটাকে ম্যাম আমাদের ট্রান্সভার্স করতে হবে, করার পর যেটা পাবো ওইটা ম্যাম।
Transpose, okay.
ইয়েস ম্যাম।
So here in that case, A11, 1 plus 1, that is minus 1 to the power 1 plus 1. A12, that should be minus 1 to the power 1 plus 2. A21, minus 1 to the power 2 plus 1. A22, that is minus 1 to the power 2 plus 2. Then the cofactor of A11, that means this column and this row should be omitted. So what is left? D. And A12, 1, 2. So this one and this one will vanish. So what is left? A. So then A21. So 2, 1 will be vanished. So what is left? B. 2, 2. So what is left? A. So the cofactors of the element. So we have what? D, then minus A, then minus B, and sorry, it shouldn't be A.
ম্যাম সি হতো এখানে তো ম্যাম আই।
And that one is A. So A11 is D, then A12 is minus C, then 21 is minus B and A. Then we are taking the transpose. So to get D minus B, then minus CA. Is it? Is it or not?
জি ম্যাম।
So as it is just a small part of the problem now, so it will not be wise for us to do all these things. I don't have so much time to do all these things. So that's why we're going to memorize it as a formula. So what is the formula? The formula says that if A is the matrix A, B, C, and D, then the adjoint of A should be the replacement of these diagonal entries. Replacement of these diagonal entries, so DA. And whatever you have the rest, that should be multiplied with a negative sign. So B, that should be minus B, C, that should be minus C. Find out, is it same?
Yes.
ম্যাম বুঝি নাই, আর একবার একটু যদি এক্সপ্লেন করতেন ম্যাম।
Diagonal entries should be changed for the first one. So this is the first diagonal term. Okay.
জি ম্যাম
D
বুঝতে
will
পারছি।
replace their place. So D should be replaced with A should be replaced with D. Done. And the second diagonal term will just multiply with a negative sign. It will not change its place. It will just multiply with a negative sign. So minus B and minus C.
জি ম্যাম
Done?
বুঝতে পারছি। ইয়েস ম্যাম।
So that is the formula we're going to apply directly to have the inverse of the matrix. So that will be enough for us now. So to apply the solution if X is equals to B is my system of linear equation, then X is equals to A inverse B is the solution. That is the way we have applied to solve a system of linear equation in the matrix form. So if you know what is the value of A inverse, then we're going to multiply with the constant column and the resultant term will be the solution. So now we are just modifying. So I'm just showing this once so that you can remember it or memorize it easily. So Newton-Raphson method. What is the method? Xn plus 1 is equals to xn minus f of xn divided by f prime xn. That formula is for non-linear equation. Okay. Now the same thing, we're just going with the matrix form. That means now I will write it that capital X n plus 1, where capital X is a matrix. Capital X is a matrix. Then xn, capital Xn. Then if I write that term, can we write it that fxn into f prime xn to the power minus 1? এটা কিন্তু কোনো ওয়ে না, বাট আমি জাস্ট তোমাদেরকে মনে রাখার সুবিধার্থের জন্য আমি ট্রিক্সটা দেখাচ্ছি। দ্যাট মিন্স আমি যেভাবে মনে রেখেছি, but it is not like this that this one is the Jacobian matrix. It's not. Okay, so this is the format. We can write it as it is in the denominator. I can write it as the inverse. So this one should be changed or replaced with the Jacobian matrix. So Jxn, that is the Jacobian matrix, and inverse of the Jacobian matrix. Inverse of the Jacobian matrix and f into fxn. So that is the formula. That is the new formula. Newton-Raphson এর জন্য ননলিনিয়ার যে ডেরিভেশনটা, আমি ডেরিভেশনটা দেখাচ্ছি না কারণ এটা দরকার নেই, একটু লেন্দি ডেরিভেশনটা। আমরা জাস্ট আগের ফর্মুলার সাথে একটু রিলেট করে মনে রাখার চেষ্টা করছি। সো আগের ফর্মুলাটাকে আমরা এভাবে লিখতে পারি f prime x inverse then fxn. So just f prime x inverse এর জায়গায় আমরা জ্যাকোবিয়ান বসাচ্ছি। Is that okay?
Yes ma'am.
So logically বা খাতা কলমে আপনি কোথাও দেখাতে পারবেন না যে এই ফর্মুলা থেকে এটা আসছে বা এই ফর্মুলার সাথে আমি এটা এনেছি। No, I am just showing a trick or way to remember it. So this is the new formula which is for same. This is a Newton-Raphson method for nonlinear system of equation. Nonlinear system of equation. So now we're having a nonlinear equation. So these are the terms. So estimate the root correct to 2dp using Newton-Raphson method with the initial case x0 y0 is given, that is 1.4 and minus 1, where the nonlinear system of equation is x squared plus y minus 1 equals to 0 and y cube minus 2x plus 4 is equals to 0. So what are the things we need? We need the variable matrix x, we need the function matrix f, and we need the Jacobian matrix. So first of all, create those three matrices. So first of all, the variable matrix x. So how many variables do you have in this equation? How many variables do you have in this equation?
2, ma'am. X, Y.
2, x and y. Then I need the function matrix. The function matrix f. So function matrix is a matrix with how many variables? 2 variables. So I'm writing capital X. Please make sure that your capital X and the small x, y's are different. Because capital F is a function of 2 variables, small x and y. X is a function of 2 variables, x and y. So that's why we're writing capital F, capital X. So function matrix says that whatever the equation you have, that should be shifted on the one side and other side should be 0. So if I have something like this, that x squared is equals to 1 minus y, I need to write it in that format to have our f. Is that clear? আমার ফাংশন ম্যাট্রিক্স লেখার সময় ইকুয়েশনটাকে অবশ্যই এমন ভাবে সাজাতে হবে যেন একটা সাইড কি হয় 0 হয়ে যায়। So what I have, this one x squared plus x minus y, as it is already in that format, and the second equation is y cubed minus 2x plus 4. So that is my function matrix. The third one should be the Jacobian matrix. Jacobian matrix says what? It should be the partial derivative of the two functions. So say, give it a name. This is your f1 and this is your f2. In your function you have write down in this way f1 and f2. The first matrix should be f1, the second equation should be your f2. So del f, del x, del f1, del x. So what is the derivative? Del f1, del x, what is it? If you're differentiating with respect to x partially, the value is 2x. The value is 2x. Then I need del f1, del y. The value is
1.
Simply 1 because x is a constant 0. Y is the variable, so differentiation of y is 1. 1 is a constant 0. So the next one we have 1. So then again I need the same things with del f2. So del f2 del x, the value is
2 ma'am.
2 or minus 2?
Sorry, -2.
Minus 2. Del f2 del y?
And 3y squared.
3y squared. So we have minus 2 and 3y squared. So on your Viva, I can give you a system of nonlinear equation, and I can ask that what is f, what is jx, what is the second element of jx, something like this. So I have all those terms. So then I need the inverse of the Jacobian matrix. Inverse of the Jacobian matrix. So what will be the inverse?
And 3y square -1 plus 2 at 2x.
3y square. So it's just going
Minus
to
1.
change. So 2x, then minus 1 and
Plus
2.
2.
Is it the inverse or it is the adjoint matrix of J inverse x?
না ম্যাম এরপরে নিচে আবার দুইটা ভাগ করে দিতে হবে। I mean adjoint দিয়ে ভাগ করে সরি determination দিয়ে ভাগ করে দিতে হবে।
Isn't? So what is
Yes,
the
ma'am.
determinant? So what is the determinant? Two x square into 3y square. So 6xy square minus minus plus 2. So this one is basically the adjoint of J. Adjoint of J. Adjoint of Jx. So done. So whatever the things we require, we have all these things. So matrix is A into B. Is it equals to B into A?
No ma'am.
No. So please be careful about the placement of the matrices, because A into B is not equals to B into A. So first of all, I have x naught. So x naught is given as 1.4 and minus 1. 1.4 and minus 1. So I need to find x1. x1 should be equal to what? x naught minus jx naught inverse. That means inverse of jx naught into fx naught. So replace those values. So x naught is 1.4 and minus 1. Then this is the jx inverse. So that should be replaced with the values of jx naught inverse. So what I get? What I get?
1.430
1.430 কিভাবে পেলেন এটা? Replace here. X is 1.4, y is minus 1. So minus 1 whole square is 1. So 6 into 1.4 is what? 6 into 1.4 is
6.4
plus 2.
$10.4, ma'am.
10.4. So 1 divided by 10.4. Then the matrix 3y squared, that is 3 minus 1, 2. 2 into 1.4 is 2 into 1.4 is 2.8. So that is our Jx naught inverse. Then Fx naught inverse. That means we are replacing the value here. So 1.4 whole square. Minus 1, minus 1, minus 2. So 1.4 whole square is
1.96, ma'am.
minus 2 is
Minus 0.04, ma'am.
minus 0.04. Then replace it here. Minus 1 whole cube, that is minus 1. Minus 1 plus 4 is 3. 3 minus 2.8. 3 minus 2.8 is isn't?
Minus 8.4, ma'am.
3 minus 2.8 is 8.4 হয় কিভাবে?
3 into minus 2.8, na ma'am.
3 minus 2.8.
Oh, acha, ma'am.
Minus 1 plus 4 minus 2.8.
জি ম্যাম, ঠিক আছে।
So then you need to multiply. So 1.4 minus 1 multiplication মনে আছে?
জি ম্যাম, আর মাল্টিপ্লিকেশন করতে হবে।
Current multiplication current. You can multiply, you need to multiply this one first, or you can do that one. So whatever you feel easy, you can go ahead. So if you multiply this number, so 3 divided by 10.4 is 3 divided by 10.4 is what?
0.288.
তার পরেরটা কত? 288 এর পরে কত?
884, ma'am. 8846.
সবার তাই আসে?
জি ম্যাম।
3 divided by 10.4 is আমার কেন 9 আসলো? Yes. So next one is
আসছে ম্যাম।
yes, next one is 2 divided by 10.4.
0.192, ma'am.
1 divided by 10.4.
0.096, ma'am.
2.8 divided by 10.4.
0.269.
Now multiply this too. Row into column. So 0.288 into minus 0.04 plus minus 0.096 into 0.2. Row into column. So 0.192 into minus 0.04 plus 0.269 into 0.2. 1.4 minus 1 minus, what did you get?
ম্যাম নিচেরটা হবে 0.045
4.5 or 4.6?
ম্যাম আমি
4.5
কিছুক্ষণ
ম্যাম
আগে
1
ওটাই তো
আছে।
বললাম, উপরেরটা 1.4308 আর নিচেরটা -1.0462, ওটাই বললাম ম্যাম।
I got a value like this.
জি ম্যাম এটা এসেছে।
ম্যাম এখানে 0.0451 আছে। 6 হবে না তো ম্যাম?
পরে দেখি।
Mm, 0.0461 আসছে ম্যাম।
So 0.0461 আসলে 0.46 ই রাখবো, তাই তো আসার কথা।
5 এর পর ম্যাম 1 আছে।
উপরের ভ্যালুটা ঠিক আছে?
জি
ইয়েস
ম্যাম।
ম্যাম 1.430।
Minus 0.031.
জি ম্যাম।
নিচেরটা করলেও আসে 0.04612. So 0.46 ঠিক আছে? So then
জি ম্যাম।
subtraction means same placement should be subtracted. So 1.4 minus minus plus 0.031 minus 1 minus 0.046. The value is
ম্যাম উপরেরটা 1.431 আর নিচেরটা -1.046।
so we get that 1.431 minus 1.046 minus 1.046. So that is what? That is the value of x1. So now go ahead for the next one. So your x1 is equals to 1.431 and minus 1.046. So obviously 2-digit doesn't match. So you need to go for the next step. So next step is x2. So for x2 you need x1 minus Jacobian of x1 inverse Jacobian of x1, then f of x1. So do it and give me the result. What is the value of x2? Everyone try to do it by yourself. So these are the things that you need in black ink. So just replace the values and have the result.
Hey Siri.
So, do you get the values?
Yes, ma'am.
So the value of x1 is 1.431, then minus 1.046.
ম্যাম স্ক্রিন শেয়ার করা হয় নাই ম্যাম।
Okay. So then we have, what is the value of J inverse? Is that what you get? Is it what you get? So is that what you get?
Ma'am, I got minus 1.0447 in the lower part.
Where you done the mistake? Your fx1, do you get the same value fx1?
Yes, ma'am.
Inverse of Jacobian, is it okay?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Then just check the multiplication. 0.288 into 0.002 minus 0.088 into minus 0.006. Multiplication to check করেন।
ঠিকই আছে
Okay,
ম্যাম।
ma'am. On it.
So in MATLAB, what are the terms we need to identify or you need to put? That is the first thing is the function. So say the function, I'm going to name it as capital F, which is equals to @xy. And what is our function fxy? Our function fxy was x squared plus y minus 1. So this is the first part of the function. So within third bracket, x squared. So x squared, you can write x squared plus y minus 1. So plus y minus 1, then semicolon, because I need to have a new line, or the new line of the matrix, new row of the matrix. So that's the semicolon, then y cube. So y cube minus 2 into x, 2 into x, 2 into x, 2 into x, then plus 4, plus 4, plus 4, plus 4, plus 4, bracket close, semicolon, enter. Then I need to define the function, the Jacobian, inverse Jacobian matrix. So for this one, it will be enough to give the adjoint matrix. So the adjoint matrix is the matrix is, it is 2x1 and minus 2, 2x1 and minus 2, 3y squared. Plus 1, 2x space 1, semicolon, that is new line, then minus 2 space 3y squared. So it shouldn't be space, you should give a comma also. Minus 2, 3y squared. Okay. Then you need to give the initial values. So initial values must be given. So x equals to 1.4 and y is the value minus 1. Then you need to create the loop. So here we are using the for loop. For the loop, just for the beginning, you can give a bigger number so that there will be no interruption within your calculations. So I'm giving it a 5, so 1 to 5. Then capital Xn, just giving it a name, capital Xn is equals to the matrix and yn, xn comma yn, bracket close. It will be comma because these are the new lines. So then f, that is your matrix f, fn. So fn is what? Fn is the function of xn and yn. So you can just copy this part and paste it here. Comma yn, because now you're defining the function. So fxn comma yn. Then you have j. So j is also a function of xn and yn. So we have defined three functions, that is xn, jn, and fn. So now we are having the next term, that is xn1. So capital xn1 is equals to capital Xn minus n backslash fn. So backslash, you know that this is a formatted function, built-in function. It will do the work. So then your work is done here. So now we need to create the loop. So xn plus 1 is equal to x capital Xn. That means we are replacing the values. Then you are just completing the loop. So end. So that defines what? Xn plus 1 will be replaced with the value of capital Xn1. That means capital Xn1, whatever you have defined here, capital Xn1. That is a matrix, and that matrix has two parts. One is x, another one is y. So first part will be replaced with the values of x, and second term, that is the second element, will be replaced with the values of y. That's why Xn1 1, Xn1 2. So next is we are going to give the printing command. So f printf, as we are printing the floating number. So f printf, percentage of f then space again of f \n bracket close. So till now it was red, that means the command is not correct. That's why it was showing with red colors. So whenever it is with different color, that means it is blue, then it is a built-in program. Whenever it is in purple, that means this is a function. That is okay. Whatever you write down, it's okay. MATLAB can read that term. So comma, then whatever the values I want to have a printout. So x and y, I want the printout of x and y. Bracket close. Simple. Okay, so hopefully I haven't done any mistake. So f at the function of x, y. So x
ম্যাম আমার স্ক্রিনটা ফ্রিজ হয়ে আছে, কিছু দেখতেছি না ম্যাম।
আপনারা একটু রিফ্রেশ দেন বা বের হয়ে আবার জয়েন করেন। x square plus y minus 1 y cube minus 2x plus 4. ওকে, আগে রান করে দেখি ভুল আছে কিনা, এখন চেক করার সময় নেই বিকজ this one is Newton, represent Newton. Text of Newton.n.